In a quiet, miniature forest, a tiny yellow duckling wandered all alone. He sat beneath a giant leaf, wondering why he always got attached so quickly to anyone who showed him even a drop of warmth. He didn't understand why his chest tightened so fast, or why a single act of kindness felt like a promise carved in stone. He folded his small wings close, staring at the world through glossy, amber eyes, and he whispered to himself, "Why do we feel things so deeply?" As he lifted his head, a soft beam of sun slipped through the leaf, illuminating his innocent face. He stood up and he walked slowly through the miniature forest path, where flowers towered over him like gentle giants. Each step echoed with a tender vulnerability. Suddenly, he noticed a tiny glowing heart floating in the air, warm, soft, and shimmering. His breath paused. He reached toward it, recognizing this glow, this warmth, this delicate sweetness that felt like home. As the light brushed his feathers, he realized he didn't get attached so fast because he was weak or desperate. It was because he cared with a sincerity so rare. The world almost never knew how to hold it. He had been lonely for too long, wandering through life with a heart built for connection but a world built for distance. He craved affection not because he lacked strength, but because it possessed a dangerous kind of purity, the kind that turns a single act of kindness into an entire universe. He sat on a tiny smooth rock and he held the glowing heart close, its warmth sinking into his feathers. He remembered every moment someone left after he gave them everything. Every time he mistook attention for affection. Every time he believed words without consistency. Every time he hoped too quickly, only to watch people fade like morning mist. As a soft breeze swayed the flowers, he realized he didn't fall fast at all. He simply loved purely, openly, and innocently, without calculation, without walls, without fear. It was the way hearts were supposed to love before the world taught them to protect themselves. Hugging the glowing heart, he whispered, "But why does it hurt so much to care?" In the warmth of that glow, he heard the answer forming inside him. Not everyone he met would deserve the softness he carried. Not everyone who smiled at him intended to stay. Not everyone who enjoyed his light would know how to hold it without dimming it. Some people only love the way your warmth makes them feel, not the way you need to be loved in return. With this realization, he gently placed the glowing heart on the ground. He stepped but with trembling wings, watching it illuminate the tiny forest floor, reflecting his innocence in its golden pulse. It reminded him that his softness was a gift, not a weakness, and he should save it for people who stayed. People who valued consistency over excitement, who understood loyalty, who didn't disappear when things weren't easy. He stood upright, looking toward the distant glowing horizon with new clarity. His tiny chest rose with courage as golden rays poured around him like a blessing. He finally understood that attachment itself was never the problem. The problem was offering it to people who were not capable of holding it. People who loved the idea of him but not the reality. People who admired his light but never intended to keep him warm in return. With a soft and determined breath, he walked forward, leaving behind the echo of old hurts and the fragile expectations. The sunlight embraced him like an old friend, guiding him toward a future where his heart would no more longer bleed for temporary people. He now knew he deserved safe love, tender love, reciprocal love. The kind of love that didn't run, didn't pull away, and he didn't return only when it was convenient. As the sunlight turned the forest into a golden dreamscape, he smiled with genuine calmness, his feathers glowing with hope. He whispered, "You will stay soft, but you will stay guarded too." He now carried the quiet strength of someone who finally understood his worth. Someone who would no more longer shrink himself to be chosen. Someone who would no more longer pour oceans into people who only offered puddles. He would give his beautiful attachment only to those who knew how to receive it gently, hold it sincerely, and return it wholeheartedly. With every confident step he took, the forest seemed to shimmer with approval, as if the universe itself was proud of his tiny, brave heart, guiding him toward a future where his kindness would be met with kindness, his presence with presence, and his love with real, steady, soft, secure love. If you've ever felt like this little duckling, remember your heart is a gift. You don't need to change how deeply you love, just who you share that love with. Thank you for listening. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more stories like this.